Hey, what's up gamers? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something special for all you story-driven game lovers out there. We're diving into the top 10 story games of all time, based on IMDB ratings. These games aren't just about action and graphics, they're about gripping narratives that keep you hooked from start to finish. So, buckle up as we count down the best of the best. And don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoy the video, subscribe for more gaming content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out. Also, let us know in the comments which game you think should make the list. Let's get into it. Number 10. Metal Gear Solid. Okay, so technically, Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation wasn't the first Metal Gear game, but for most fans, it might as well be. It tells the story of Solid Snake, a Solider tasked with infiltrating a nuclear weapons facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska that had been infiltrated by terrorists. These terrorists, led by Liquid Snake and part of Foxhound, will launch a nuclear strike if Solid Snake can't stop them. One of the best games of the 90s, the original Metal Gear Solid proved video games could have meaningful stories. Compared to later games in the franchise, its story was easy to follow and wasn't bogged down by the kind of unnecessary details which plagued later entries. Metal Gear Solid laid the foundations for something truly special, while still having an enjoyable story of its own. Number 9. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Set 3 years after the events of Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception, Nathan Drake has presumably left the world of fortune hunting behind. However, it doesn't take long for fate to come calling when Drake's brother Sam resurfaces seeking his help to save his own life and offering an adventure Drake can't resist. On the hunt for Captain Henry Avery's long-lost treasure, Sam and Drake set off to find Libertalia, the pirate utopia deep in the forests of Madagascar. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End takes players on a journey around the globe, through jungle isles, far-flung cities, and snow-capped peaks on the search for Avery's fortune. Number 8. Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a 2013 action-adventure game developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. It is the 7th main entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, following 2008's Grand Theft Auto 4 and the 15th installment overall. Set within the fictional state of San Andreas based on Southern California, the single-player story follows 3 protagonists: retired bank robber Michael DeSanta, street gangster Franklin Clinton, and drug dealer and gunrunner Trevor Phillips, and their attempts to commit heists while under pressure from a corrupt government agency and powerful criminals. The open-world design lets players freely roam San Andreas' open countryside and the fictional city of Los Santos, based on Los Angeles. Number 7. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Are you a fan of classic adventure games? Then you can't miss The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Released on the Nintendo 64. Back in 1998, this was the first 3D entry in the Zelda series and has since become one of the most beloved games of all time. You play as Link, a young hero on a mission to save the land of Hyrule from the evil Ganondorf. Originally planned for the Nintendo 64 DD, the game was later moved to a regular cartridge due to low sales of the 64 DD. Despite this, Ocarina of Time became a massive success, selling over 7.6 million copies worldwide. What makes this game truly special is not just its incredible story or gameplay, but the impact it has had on both critics and fans alike. Many consider it one of the best games ever made. But what do you think? Have you played Ocarina of Time? Share your memories and thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss why this game still stands the test of time. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming content. Number 6. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. The story takes place almost 4,000 years before the formation of the Galactic Empire, where Darth Malak, a Dark Lord of the Sith, has unleashed a Sith armada against the Galactic Republic. The player character, as a Jedi, must venture to different planets in the galaxy to defeat Malak. Players choose from 3 character classes: Scout, Soldier, or Scoundrel, and customize their characters at the beginning of the game, and engage in round-based combat against enemies. Through interacting with other characters and making plot decisions, players earn light side and dark side points, which determines whether their character aligns with the light or dark side of the Force. These choices affect which abilities are available to the character. Knights of the Old Republic received critical acclaim for its characters, story, and sound. It was nominated for numerous awards and is often cited as one of the greatest video games ever made. Number 5. Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect is an action role-playing game developed by BioWare and published by Microsoft Game Studios, originally released for the Xbox 360 in November 2007. It is the first game in the Mass Effect series and takes place within the Milky Way galaxy in the year 2183, where civilization is threatened by a highly advanced machine race known as the Reapers. The player assumes the role of Commander Shepard, an elite human soldier who must stop a rogue agent from carrying out the Reapers' galactic invasion. The game involves completing multiple quests that generally involve space exploration, squad and vehicular combat, and interaction with non-player characters. Number 4. God of War. God of War is an action-adventure game franchise created by David Jaffe and developed by Sony's Santa Monica studio. It began in 2005 on the PlayStation 2 video game console and has become a flagship series for PlayStation, consisting of 9 installments across multiple platforms. Based on ancient mythologies, the series plot follows Kratos, a Spartan warrior who becomes the God of War and comes into conflict with various mythological pantheons. The earlier games in the series are based on Greek mythology and see Kratos follow a path of vengeance against the Olympian gods. The later games are based on Norse mythology and see Kratos on a path of redemption, while also introducing his son Atreus as a secondary protagonist. Number 3. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a story-driven, next-generation open-world role-playing game set in a visually stunning fantasy universe full of meaningful choices and impactful consequences. In The Witcher, you play as the professional monster hunter Geralt of Rivia, tasked with finding a child of prophecy. Number 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. America, 1899. The end of the Wild West era has begun as lawmen hunt down the last remaining outlaw gangs. Those who will not surrender or succumb are killed. After a robbery goes badly wrong in the western town of Blackwater, Arthur Morgan and the Van der Linde gang are forced to flee. With federal agents and the best bounty hunters in the nation massing on their heels, the gang must rob, steal, and fight their way across the rugged heartland of America in order to survive. As deepening internal divisions threaten to tear the gang apart, Arthur must make a choice between his own ideals and loyalty to the gang who raised him. Number 1. The Last of Us. 20 years after a pandemic has radically changed known civilization, infected humans run wild, and survivors are killing each other for food, weapons, whatever they can get their hands on. Joel, a violent survivor, is hired to smuggle a 14-year-old girl, Ellie, out of an oppressive military quarantine zone. But what starts as a small job soon transforms into a brutal journey across the US.